SpaceX's Starship is designed to be fully reusable, a revolutionary step in rocket technology that could dramatically lower the cost of reaching space. Unlike traditional rockets, which are discarded after a single use, Starship is built to return, refuel, and fly again, over and over. The ultimate goal? To make space travel as routine, reliable, and accessible as air travel is today. Imagine a future where rockets launch as frequently as planes depart from busy airports, carrying people and cargo to destinations far beyond Earth. To achieve this vision, both Starship and its massive Super Heavy booster must land safely after every launch, ready to be turned around quickly for their next mission. This rapid reusability is key to making spaceflight affordable and sustainable. While land landings were the original plan, SpaceX is now eyeing floating platforms at sea. Why? The answer is frequency and flexibility. Land-based launch and landing sites are limited both by geography and by the impact on nearby communities. SpaceX wants to launch Starships many times a day, not just once a week. This level of activity would be impossible with only a handful of land-based sites. The ocean, on the other hand, offers virtually limitless landing zones. By spreading out floating platforms across the sea, SpaceX can remove the bottleneck of limited land and enable rapid, repeated launches and landings, all without disturbing people on the ground. SpaceX already lands Falcon 9 boosters on drone ships, flat-topped barges stabilized by thrusters, proving that ocean landings are not just possible but practical. Now, they're scaling up this proven technology for the much larger and heavier Starship and Super Heavy, which will require even more robust platforms and advanced engineering. Landing these giants at sea is a huge engineering challenge, involving precise navigation, powerful thrusters, and robust structures to handle the forces involved. But it's essential for SpaceX's Mars ambitions and for building a truly interplanetary transport system. Building a city on Mars will require thousands of Starship flights, each carrying massive amounts of cargo, fuel, and eventually, people. The scale of this operation is unprecedented in human history. Relying only on land-based sites would create noise, risk, and logistical nightmares for nearby communities, making frequent launches unsustainable and potentially unsafe. Offshore landings sidestep these issues, enabling a sustainable, high-frequency launch system that can operate around the clock, far from populated areas. It's not just bold, it's necessary to turn interplanetary dreams into reality. The ocean is the only place vast enough to support the scale of operations SpaceX envisions. By moving operations offshore, SpaceX can scale up launches without overwhelming populated areas, opening the door to a new era of space exploration. The ocean becomes a launch pad for humanity's next giant leap, a gateway to the stars and to new worlds. This is how science fiction becomes science fact, by boldly reimagining where and how we reach for the cosmos. SpaceX can't just launch rockets wherever they want. They need FAA approval. Recent FAA documents reveal that SpaceX is planning for both Super Heavy and Starship to land on drone ships in the Atlantic. These aren't backup plans, they're core to SpaceX's long-term strategy. The filings detail specific ocean landing zones and outline safety and environmental considerations. This means SpaceX is actively working with regulators to make sea landings routine. The documents also describe flexible mission profiles, with boosters and Starships returning to sea platforms after various flight paths. By including these plans in official filings, SpaceX is paving the way for ocean landings to become a regular part of spaceflight. The future of Starship is as much on the sea as it is on land. Landing massive rockets on land might sound straightforward at first glance, but in reality, it's a process filled with complex and unique challenges that engineers must overcome. For starters, sonic booms from returning boosters can shake entire neighborhoods, startling residents and causing concern multiple times a day as launch rates increase. There's always a risk involved. If a landing goes wrong over a populated area, the consequences could be disastrous, threatening both lives and property. To mitigate these dangers, the FAA enforces strict safety zones around landing sites, but as the number of launches grows, keeping up with these safety requirements becomes increasingly difficult and resource-intensive. The Florida Space Coast is already a hub of activity with crowded skies and busy sea lanes surrounding the launch facilities. Every launch means air traffic controllers must reroute flights, and ships have to steer clear of restricted zones, leading to significant disruptions. Each rocket launch or landing requires clearing vast areas of airspace and sea, sometimes for hours at a time, which can cause costly delays for airlines, shipping companies, and other industries that rely on these routes. On top of that, land-based rocket facilities require enormous amounts of real estate to accommodate multiple landing pads and support infrastructure, and as demand for launches grows, finding and developing this land becomes both expensive and increasingly difficult. High-frequency launches could also create traffic jams on the ground, with support vehicles and staff crowding already busy roads, further slowing down operations. Land is a limited resource, and relying solely on it could ultimately restrict SpaceX's ability to scale up and achieve its ambitious goals for spaceflight. The more rockets you try to launch and land from the same area, the more these logistical, safety and environmental problems multiply, making the process even more challenging. That's why SpaceX is turning its attention to the sea, searching for new solutions beyond the limitations of land. Moving landings offshore solves many headaches. The ocean absorbs sonic booms, so launches don't disturb anyone. Failed landings pose little risk. Debris falls harmlessly into the sea. With lower risk, FAA safety zones are easier to manage, streamlining approvals for more flights. Offshore landings reduce disruptions to air and sea traffic near busy coasts. The ocean offers nearly unlimited space. SpaceX can deploy multiple drone ships for different missions. If weather's bad in one spot, rockets can divert to another ship. This flexibility is key for rapid, frequent launches. The sea transforms a logistical challenge into a strategic advantage. Landing a rocket on a moving ship is a huge engineering feat. Starship's current landing legs are built for flat, stable ground, not a rolling deck. New sea legs will need to absorb impact and compensate for the ship's motion, like shock absorbers in a car. They'll likely have wider feet and mechanisms to grip the deck instantly, preventing tipping. FAA documents suggest these upgrades are coming by 2027 or 2028. Engineers will use simulations and prototypes to perfect the design. Once landed, Starship must be quickly secured for the trip back to port. The landing legs and deck clamps will work together to lock the rocket in place. It's a complete system, designed for strength, speed, and reliability. This tech is crucial for making ocean landings routine. Mechazilla, the giant tower with robotic arms, can catch Starship and Super Heavy out of the air, enabling rapid reuse. This towering structure is a marvel of engineering, designed to grab returning boosters with incredible precision, right as they descend from space. By catching rockets, instead of letting them land on legs, Mechazilla reduces turnaround time and wear, making it possible to launch, recover, and relaunch vehicles at a pace never seen before in rocketry. This land-based method is perfect for high-frequency launches at dedicated sites. It allows for rapid inspections, quick refueling, and streamlined maintenance all in one location. For a company aiming to send rockets up as often as possible, having a fixed, reliable ground system is a huge advantage. But it has limits: noise, risk, and air traffic conflicts, especially in busy areas. Launching near cities or airports can disrupt communities and create safety concerns, making it difficult to scale up operations in some locations. Drone ship landings complement Mechazilla, offering flexibility and redundancy. These floating platforms can be positioned far from shore, away from population centers, reducing risk and opening up new launch trajectories. Some missions are more fuel efficient if the booster lands downrange at sea, freeing up performance for Starship. By catching boosters further from the launch site, SpaceX can send heavier payloads or reach more distant orbits. Mechazilla is like a pit stop, fast and specialized. It's built for speed, efficiency, and repeatability, keeping the launch cadence high at major facilities. Drone ships are the delivery trucks, reliable and versatile. They can travel to wherever they're needed, adapting to different mission profiles and weather conditions. Sea landings may take longer to return, but they can happen in more places and support more mission types. This flexibility is crucial for a global launch network, allowing SpaceX to serve customers and missions all over the world. By using both methods, SpaceX can maximize launch rates and minimize community impact. The combination of land and sea recovery means more launches, fewer delays, and less disruption for people living near launch sites. It's a robust, adaptable system for the future of spaceflight. One that blends cutting-edge technology with practical solutions, ensuring that humanity's path to the stars is as efficient, safe, and sustainable as possible. Drone ship landings aren't just about launching more satellites, they're practice for Mars. Mars and the Moon won't have landing pads or towers, rockets will touch down on raw, unpredictable terrain. Mastering ocean landings teaches SpaceX how to handle unstable surfaces and remote operations. The tech developed for sea legs and guidance will be vital for safe landings on other worlds. Teams gain experience in automation and logistics, skills needed for Mars missions. Each successful sea landing is a step toward building a city on Mars. It solves today's problems and prepares for tomorrow's challenges. This is how we go from dreaming about the stars to living among them.